Hey guys, my name's Dean. I have a small production company called JJ Splice. We're in Surrey Hills. We do a lot of filming in this basement, but we have this problem occasionally, which is that we'll hear a truck or a car or someone on the phone just outside the studio and we'll have to stop filming in the middle of a take. It was super annoying. A little while ago, I did some work. I made some video content for my friends at Prestige Plus, who make a double glazed window product. And so over the summer, I decided to give their product a go, and I got them to come and install it in our studio, and I made a video. So what you're about to see is my real life experience working with the guys from Prestige Plus to try and solve the problem of noise here in our production studio. When I met the guys from Prestige Plus, they made some very big claims.
The reduction in heating and cooling usage, you're looking at least close to 50, maybe even 65%, and we've actually scientifically modelled that.
This is European double glazing, but they said they manufactured them here in Australia and they adapt that technology specifically for the requirements of the Australian, climate. This building that we're in right now, the louver windows weren't very good at keeping out breeze and ambient temperature. If it was 30-something degrees outside, it would be very close to 30-something degrees inside.
You have a lot of air infiltration through standard windows, so selecting the right windows is actually very important.
The ambient noise on the street is pretty significant.
And no one had any idea. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
You have a lot of trucks, vans, delivery drivers, lots of traffic, people parking. We've also had the light rail being constructed in the area. They're digging up the pavement quite frequently.
Good health is also not only great diet and exercising, but what a lot of people don't understand, and I think we're slowly waking up to it now, is that good rest is actually very important as well. If you're in an area where you've got a plane flying by or near a highway, you're just not getting good quality sleep during the night.
So the process of getting like a measure and quote through Prestige Plus was absolutely straightforward. I basically sent in my measurements.
Okay, this is 1 meter. We write it down. 1.5 meter. Write it down. That's all we ask.
They came back to me with kind of like a ballpark quote. They were like, yeah, we can install it in 1 day. I was like, 1 day, wow. When I looked at the cost of double glazing, and then I thought about the amount of power that we spend on air conditioning, it's a lot of energy waste. I just assumed that double glazing was just always going to be like a thick, ugly window. Not at all. There's so many options, so many finishes, so many different styles of windows. Serge came and did a very precise measurement. He also input all of the information into an app to create an image of what the double glazed windows would look like when they were finished. So I could immediately discuss the design with him, and I always had a really clear sense of what to expect. The design process is all done using the latest technology, and so there's no real margin for error at any stage in the process. And they had this fabulous showroom. And you can go out there and literally touch the windows, see what they look like, what they feel like. And of course, you can see the factory, which is actually really great because these are not coming from China. These are made here in Sydney by obviously very skilled craftsmen. So that was very reassuring as well to see the windows coming off the production line, just looking really nice, and it gave me a lot of confidence. I was very surprised how quickly it all happened from there. On installation day, it's about 7 a.m. and the truck pulls up. It's got the window frames and all the glass panels on the back of it. Obviously, double glazing, you expect thick glass, but I didn't expect it to be as thick as it was when it came off of the truck.
You don't just want to have two pieces of glass, you want to have the two pieces of glass with an air-sealed cavity with argon gas.
The gas is sealed within the two bits of glass, which of course is what prevents the noise and the heat from traveling through the panes of glass. The windows themselves look really, really thick and very substantial, but they're actually not as heavy as you would think because they're made of this very high quality plastic.
The beauty about double glazed PVC windows is the way that their gaskets are formed, the way that their insulation chambers are. The window itself air seals, keeps all that heat energy in.
Today is the day when Prestige Plus are installing double glazing here. So they got the old windows out really quickly, loaded them back into the truck left. It's almost 10 o'clock right now. The old windows are already gone. They've brought the glass in. And then they set about preparing the surface to install the windows. The actual fitting of the glass, a very precision task. They needed to make sure that the spaces which fit into the window frame so that any moisture that's trapped within the frame can come out through the seep holes that are built into the frame. You could obviously tell that these were people who'd done this a lot of times before. They were always really concerned with, giving it a nice finish so that it wouldn't look anything other than synchronous with the design of the rest of the building. And then really everything else was finishing the joining, sealing up the area around the window frame. Then they set about cleaning up the site, and they did a spectacular job. They were vacuuming up everything. Really, I think that it was cleaner when they left than it was when they had arrived. The weird thing for me was like when the doors were finally closed. So the Prestige Plus guys have just finished, they've just left, and here's what we have. It fits in with the style of this building just perfectly. It's got a really nice kind of chrome finish on it. There's just really no heat coming in from outside at all, no sound. Look at that, got a truck, can't even hear it. You don't realize what silence sounds like when you very rarely have complete silence. The whole world is going on, there's a car reversing right there, and I can't hear any of it. Let's see what happens. We became so used to just there being this kind of ever-present sense of people around. That's all gone.
You are off the charts, off the charts. You're crazy. You're so crazy.
And truck, completely silent when you close it. It really is the best thing that we kind of could have hoped for. And what I love about this window, this is the tilt and turn window, is that we can open it fully like this if you want to let a lot of air in, or if you just want like a little bit of ventilation, you can twist this the other way and it just tilts just very slightly there just to let a bit of breeze in. Today it is 38 degrees right now, so it's a very good time to test out the windows. When you walk through the airlock doors, it's like, stepping into a refrigerator. And we've never had that before. I think that having double glazing certainly enhances the value of the property. It's more and more seen as something that's very important.
UPVC double glazed windows is actually not as expensive as what people think it is. A few years ago, it definitely was, but as more interest has sparked, more people want it, it's driving a bit of the costs down.
It's a much more profound and powerful change to the building than I could have ever expected it to be.
I would say that the savings are instant, because what's happening is you're actually lowering your need of heating and cooling.
You know, I really think if I had known about this product, you know, years earlier when I first moved in, I definitely would have gone ahead and had this done much earlier. You know, I would say to someone who's considering double glazing, you just need to do it because it's the best thing you'll ever do. I would absolutely say to anyone who's got an issue with noise or heat, double glazing is the solution. You certainly won't regret it. I wish that I had done it like 5 years earlier. The difference in terms of before and after is like enormous. More than I think you would think, more than I thought. It's a very big difference.